These are all the workouts I did to lose over 130 pounds in 12 months. This is my full routine of everything I did, so no filters, no fluff. So if you're wondering the best way to lose weight and put on muscle at the same time, this is the video for you. And look, I didn't lose 130 pounds overnight. It took a lot of workouts, a lot of reps, and a lot of mistakes. But every single workout taught me something. So today I'm recreating all of them, from the ones that started it all to the ones that completely transformed my life. So let's go back to where it all began. When I was 315 pounds, I was so sick of starting over. Hitting the gym maybe a few days, starting over because I was just so embarrassed that I was doing things wrong, that people were looking at me, judging me. But you know, that's where it all started. I feel like a lot of you guys started there too. You guys don't like going to the gym simply because of judgment. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know the right routine. Trust me, I get it. I was just there. And it's crazy to think that the gym that I'm about to walk into was the same exact gym that, you know, I was in. You know, that's where I lost all the weight. I was 315 pounds, depressed. Just every time I looked in the mirror, I did not recognize myself. Going in there now, it's just kind of nostalgic. So I decided to go to the same gym and hit the same weights that I used to do and, well, what I do now. So the very first workout was, of course, treadmill, and the settings I did was 3 speed, 12 incline. And yeah, like, I lost weight. It was a good start, but then I started learning how to actually work out, how to, you know, use weights and all these things. And I actually started using that towards my advantage. Just doing cardio, that's kind of working against you when you're losing weight. But when you're building muscle, having high protein meals, things like that, you're able to have your body work with you. And that is something called body recomposition. So yeah, cardio helps with building discipline, because I think any big back, we all absolutely hate cardio, but the weights, that's what builds shape. That's what helped me build the shape of, you know, what I got today. And weightlifting, you don't necessarily think about like losing weight, but that's what really helped me. It was like the thing that really did it for me. But yeah, the cardio, this is where it all just started. So after I started losing just a little bit of weight, I started getting confident and started exploring different machines. And when I started lifting and getting on these machines is really when I fell in love with the gym. For example, bicep machines, chest press, incline press, leg press, squats, like you name it, I did it. And look, was my form perfect? No. Like in the very beginning, it probably sucked. And I had to go through that phase of, are people looking at me? Am I getting judged right now? But you have to go through that in order to really succeed and honestly get to where I got. And don't let that stop you. Everybody goes through that learning process. And in the very beginning of me working out, I got super comfortable with hitting like chest and arms in the very beginning. So literally I hit chest and arms, I think 5 to 6 days a week. Like that's pretty much all I did. But it was because I was comfortable with the machine. A little bit later is when I started incorporating legs, back, things I necessarily wasn't comfortable with, but you gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable. And yeah, was it a little weird in the very beginning of just doing just a few exercises? Yeah, but at least you're in here, you're working out, you're being consistent. That's what starts it. Then came the real turning point, lifting weights. And not just weights, but free weights. You get comfortable with machines, and then from there, you get uncomfortable again with free weights. But again, be comfortable being uncomfortable. And I'm not saying to completely let go of machines. Like I still do a ton of machines, but doing the free weights, that's where it gets a little bit more difficult with your form and things like that. And that's where you could actually get hurt a little bit. But this is where my physique really started to grow. You know, doing dumbbells, actual squats, curling. Like this is what really took me to that next level. And then from there, instead of just doing like, oh, I'm gonna do my 10 reps, I go till failure. So that's when I even elevated just a little bit more, and knowing that I have to push myself to absolute failure to grow at a very good, solid rate. So, and that all plays in the role of body recomposition. And that's why I preach it so much. And when I implemented pushing till failure, that's when everything changed. My chest started growing in a good way, right? My biceps, they started getting really big. My triceps, my legs. See, pushing till failure, it was that key thing that was really left out until I really got good and really got educated inside of the gym. So here's the thing, is in the very beginning, when I was 315 pounds, I wanted to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I wanted to look like Lee Priest. I wanted to look like these people. But if I wasn't training till failure, if I wasn't eating the food they were eating, I wouldn't get there. You have to almost reverse engineer how you get there, right? So training till failure, eating the foods that you necessarily don't want to eat, but you eat it anyways because you know it's going to get you to that goal. But it all starts here in the gym, and it all, for me, started doing cardio. And then from there, machines, and then free weights, and then pushing till failure. So basically what I'm telling you is you have to first get there mentally before you start doing it physically. Your mentality, you could switch on a time. You got a volume knob and then you got a light switch, right? Volume knobs is the physical transformation. The light switch is the mental transformation. I wanted to be that Arnold Schwarzenegger. I wanted to be that bodybuilder. I switched on a dime. It just took time for my physical body to actually catch up to that. So fast forward to today, I'm gonna be showing exactly what my workouts look like now. So my whole routine now is called a push-pull legs. Some people might call it a PPL. And this is the thing. I think this is where people really overcomplicate stuff. They say, what best routine? What routine is really gonna get you to that result? It's not necessarily that. I think you guys, that's the micro. The macro here is going till failure. Really push. That is what's gonna make you grow, not what split you're doing. Just wanna give you guys an example of what failure looks like. So if you think you're going till failure, this is how it should be done. And when you can't do anymore, you do partials. Yeah, when you can't get a full rep, you do partials. So you just kind of half-ass it, you half-partial it. That's how you grow just a little bit more. And honestly, from just going to free weights and going till failure to now, my routine really hasn't changed a whole lot. It's pretty much stayed the same. It's more what they call science-based lifting. You do different movements, you see certain things that targets different muscles, and that's where you get a little bit more expert with your lifting. But honestly, when it comes down to routine, like how hard I push in the gym, that has not changed a bit. It's always till failure and then some, like I showed you, those partials. That's what really gets you growing. Next one is chest flies, which basically hits your pectoral major. And this is what I usually do after my flat bench press. I did this definitely every single week. I get a lot of like, dang, you got a really big chest. And that actually used to offend me, but now it's like, oh yeah, sweet. But anyways, when it comes down to chest, the big things I hit is flat bench press, again, pec flies, and then I'll hit a incline and a decline chest. So this is basically my full routine of chest, is that right there. Whoa, how'd I end up here? It's crazy to think that just a few years ago, I was trapped in a body where I was 315 pounds and I'm 5'7", so I'm not like the tallest man on planet Earth here, but I looked in the mirror, I was like, this isn't who I'm supposed to be. And this started with these diets that, never really worked, and going to the gym and feeling, self-conscious and thinking people were judging me, thinking I was fat or calling me fat, and just like, I was in such a bad headspace. But going to the gym and pushing through that and just getting in there and at least doing cardio, that's what started it all. Like, yeah, again, doing cardio isn't the best way to lose weight. It's not the best, but getting in there, that was the start. Obviously everyone knows how to do cardio. Like, everyone knows how to do it, even though I didn't love it. It was getting in there and one foot in front of the other, and then finally feeling somewhat confident to go and start doing the machines and, getting more confident, and then doing free weights, and then going till failure, and then learning the process. It's just, that's the story. That's how I did it. I think every story is pretty much the same. Everybody starts in the gym new. Like, no one is an expert when they start. And that's what I'm really trying to preach here too. It's just like, there's no special routine. There's no special way to, get jacked in 90 days. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's not like that. It took me 12 months to get to where I'm at now. There's no secret. It's hard work. It's discipline. It's doing the things that you don't want to do always, but it got me here. And, and that's what I talk about a lot inside of the Fats Jack program. It's something I made that helped me lose 130 pounds in 12 months. And it's helped thousands of other individuals. And I'm so proud to say that thousands of other people get in the best shape of their lives. And I'm a proud owner. I'm proud. And it's just seeing all the transformations, it almost makes me want to tear up. I'm not going to lie. So if you are someone that is just wanting a step-to-step guide to get you to a place of feeling confident, feeling like that person that you want to become, PeachFit.com. I love you guys. I like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the things to boost this, because honestly, I feel like a lot of people don't know this. And I just want this to be shared to the world. And yeah, y'all take care. See you in the next video. And make sure to subscribe. Why haven't you subscribed yet? Come on. Subscribe.